Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal. As long as you are on SIM, we're not responsible for your trade. The best choice today is the CL, not the NASDAQ. The CL is doing extremely well. There is a lot of movement in the CL. The NASDAQ is sideways. The ES is okay. Not the best at this moment to take a trade on the ES, but the CL did very well. Right now, the ES and the NASDAQ, they are in this transition from the short to the long, and it's not yet confirmed long. Once the NASDAQ cross that number 20,126 and close above that, that means we are going to have long. And you're going to have a long signal. On the ES, we need to see the bar close above the 56.88, and then we can go for long. So let me see if there's any more news in the market. There is not much left today on the news. For the new scalper, we have not released yet, but we fixed all the bugs in it, and we're doing the final test, and then we are releasing this new Autotrade very soon. The C is all based on one contract, not 4 or 2 or 3. It's only one contract. It's the CL8 range did very well. The also hit the target, the 6 range, and as we said today, the CL is on a move, and the 10 range. The ES on a 1 minute also hit the target. The CL on 400 ticks, we are doing a lot of tests before we releasing it. The NASDAQ also is doing extremely fine. We hit on the scalping on the NASDAQ 600 ticks 1,000. Also on the 500 ticks 1,200. And then of course we need to test the minutes, but we are testing it on a total different time frame. And here it is. We on the 1 minute we got 1,115, and they're all based on one contract only. So we're doing very fine with this, and also we are testing on the tick chart, on the range, on the minute. We are testing global. We are testing European hours, and it's doing extremely fine, you know. And then we give you all the information, and we give you the time frame, and we give you the setting. And it is very friendly use. No trailing stop needed, no optimization needed, no tweaking, nothing. You just take it out of the box and auto trade it. And we will give you the time frame. Of course, we will do this in the webinar for the members only, and we will be sharing. Simple, you just get it out of the box and put the time frame as is. You don't need to tweak anything in it. And as we said, the ES, we need to cross the 56.88, and we need this NASDAQ to cross the 20,128. So we're doing fine. And the NASDAQ on the swing trading is doing extremely well. The CL is doing very well on the swing trading, and this is the CL trade. You can see from the chart. This is finished for today. The re-entry on the CL is 58. What a number! 58, 57, and here is the CL trade. So there is a lot of movement in the CL. It's much better movement actually than the Nasdaq, and the ES is doing very well. And I'm so glad today is a Friday, so we are done. It was a long week, hard week, and for the ES, the swing trading is doing very fine. It is 7,000, so this is really good. And then also lately the YM is doing very well, the YM as well. So everything is looking good in the market, but we desperately need to cross the 56.88, and we need the bar close above, and already hit the institutional number, and we are about to hit the second institutional number, 20,146. 20,146. So this is a really important number, and we, for the other M strategy, we are going to reactivate the M strategy. It's already made 1,062. We're gonna reactivate it, and we'll see. We'll try to see if we can get 1,000 out of it. And this is totally different auto trade. And we're gonna go ahead and turn on the Nasdaq, and we will be also try to activate the Nasdaq. Already made 1,150, and we're gonna go to the second round. So, of course, the Nasdaq is going to be much faster. Most likely, it's gonna take a trade long on the fib, because now crossed this double fib. Took a long trade and is trying to go above that fib. So here it is, the ES. It might going to take short from the re-entry point here, the re-entry point. So most likely the ES is going to take short trade. So that's something else. On those new auto trade, what I'm going to do, we're gonna go ahead and reload and let them go for one more round, because they finished too early. So we're gonna go ahead and reload, and then when you reload on this new auto trade, everything is 0, 0, 0, 0. And now when it takes a new trade, now we'll start calculating for you. So until it takes the trade, you're not gonna see any box here with the profit until it takes the first trade. Once it takes the first trade, it starts registering. And this is the bug, we fixed it. Okay, let's go back to the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq on the first trade is 370. We need 1,000 between 10 and 11, and we are already on the first trade. 400, and it's gonna go up. Let's look at the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq hit target 2, and it's gonna climb. For the morning session, we are going to climb to the 20,231, and this is the end of it for the morning session. So we're doing well with it. This is the first trade on the auto trade. Profit taken on target 2, that's why it's slowing down a little bit. You have we finished with the first trade. We have a new signal buy, on the Nasdaq from the market analyzer, and here is the new signal buy from the market analyzer. This is from the new signal from the market analyzer, and we have a buy. And the reason this pullback is not because, don't let it scare you, because it's the target 2. The target 2, it is a profit-taking institutional number. So it's going to drop a little bit, but this is normal. But you don't have a short. You do not have a short. It's just a pullback because of profit-taking on target 2. Absolutely. So we'll see. It's going to go back and climb to the target 2. And once we are done with that, as you see, it's working like a clock, like a Rolex, the market. And because of the profit taking on the institutional number, pulled back on the double support, but there is nothing to be scared of. And now the destination is climbing to the 20,233. And this is the final target for the morning session. And the Autotrade already took that trade, and we'll see if it's able. The ES took that trade as well, and we will see if we are able to climb to the 56.94. Profit taken on target 2. That's okay. This is the new Autotrade. You can see we have, okay, we just closed the trade. It's based on one contract, and this is really nice on a 10 range. It's not gonna take a trades left and right. And what is nice about it, it is when the market is flat, it's not going to take a trade. This is really important because this is where most of the traders lose money. They cannot recognize when the market is sideways or flat, call it whatever you want. So as you see on the ES, when you are using 5 minutes or 10 range or 600 ticks, you are avoiding the noises in the market, which is, you still can get a lousy trade. As we look and calculate it, you have one winning trade, one losing trade, one winning trade, one winning trade, one winning trade. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 trades winning and one losing trade. So you can live with it. So when you are using the higher time frame, you are ironing all those noises in the market, and that is okay. I mean, $700 based on one contract. This is really, really good. And the ES is on the other auto trade is taking a trade. The Nasdaq, the contract, we called it for you when we had from the market analyzer buy, and now it is based on 2 contracts, and it is 700 and 820. And here is the target hit. This is very good on the ES. So if we look at the Nasdaq at this moment, when we call the signal for you, got 100 take into the profit is 500 from the where we call the trade for you. So now is 139. On this auto trade, we are using 2 contracts. So on the market analyzer is 730 based on 1 contract, and what we have 2 contracts from the market analyzer signal, and here it is 1,520. So whoever took that trade, even on 1 contract, and he followed the signal we said, we're not your financial advisor, we're not responsible for your trades, but it made $700. So that's very good. On the ES, most likely this auto trade is gonna go ahead and reverse. On the ES, we have a target 1 institutional number and it's going to be profit taking on the institutional number. Maybe it's going, now we have a new signal buy on the ES, and be careful because there is a profit taking on the institutional number, and then it's gonna go back head to head with it, and most likely we're gonna end up on for the morning session at 57.14. It's a very busy morning, very good morning. The market is extremely good, and I like it. I really like it, and you can see how the ES stopped right at the target 1 institutional number, target 1, and this is what is a profit taking. Look at this, baby. Look, profit taking on target 1, and then it's gonna pull back, and that is gonna confuse a lot of trader, but then it's going to be you know, I told you the ES is going to take a short from that target 1, and he did. And he did. You know, while the others taking long, this one taking a short, and he did. And very good. We have 412, and it's doing fine. It's really doing fine based on one contract. It has not added any contract, so this is really good, you know, for the ES. It's just a pullback on the ES. You don't have a short. You should not shorten the ES. Let's look at the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq, the buyers way over the sellers with a 6 different time frame. The market analyzer from 1 to 30 minutes, from 1 to 30 minutes are under full throttle, and look what happened while the amateur taking a long trade. This one reversed the market from the target 1, and here it is. Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely perfect reversal and here it is. Now it is 800 and 800 even, and the way it did it perfectly, taking it from the target 1, reversal, profit taking, and now it's gonna go long. The reason it's going to go long because you have a re-entry on because the market, if we look at the momentum, the pressure in the market is long. There is no short. So, and it's going to take a long, and as we see, it's taking a long. This is the, if you are a manual trader, it's 56.85, and the second re-entry is 56.80, re-entry long. So this one here is a 5 range. It's not 1 minute, so I took it a little bit early, of course, because it's a different time frame. We still need 200 to finish it. We still need 200. This is a pullback re-entry. Be careful, there is no short at this moment. you have to be careful with the ES. The things is with the future trading, you always have to predict ahead of any other trader. It's not your auto trade, it's not your template. It's you have to predict about before the other trader find out. And let me show you. If we look here, the buyers start shrinking. If we look here, the 1 minute start getting in red. Now the 1 minute can, this is the trick. You know, you have the 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and 30 minutes. So the market analyzer is giving you from 1 to 30 minutes. Now, when you see the red start coming into the market analyzer, the 1 minute, you have to be careful. Could be a pullback on the 1 minute. But when it start going from 1 minute and 3 minutes and 5 minutes in red, that means if you have any long trade, you need to start cashing out. So it gets serious when the market analyzer get from 1 minute in red and then 3 minutes in red and then 5 minutes in red. That means you have a problem, you know. So the 1 minute when it gets red, you need to keep your eye on it as a hawk, you know, and because the 1 minute, there is a potential to change from red to green. But when it gets red 1 minute, and then the 3 minutes gets red, and then the 5 minutes get red, that means you have a sinking ship. It's a matter of time before it goes under the water and goes short. So you have a sinking ship. So when you are on a swing trading like this one here or this one here, as an example on the NASDAQ, you have 15,000 on the ES, you have 8,000. So if you notice right now, went and turned on to green, that can make me relax and not thinking about closing position, because right now the odds come back to the green in a green, and the buyers are still over the sellers with the 5 different time frame, and then okay, we are on the right direction and everything is okay. So this is really important to understand where we are in the market when you are auto trading. We don't need to learn price action. We don't need to sit down 10 years learning price action, but we need to look at the chart, say, okay, we are on a right direction. Should I take a profit? Should I override the auto trade? Because when you play it nicely on the swing trading, what you can do, if you can catch one trend a week, one trend. If the market moving and you catch one trend a week, that will make you a happy man. All what you need, one trend a week. And here it is, the market pulled back and everything on a full throttle. And this one here, we're about to finish the $1,000 on that trade, and we are done. Maybe also the NASDAQ might able to finish as well. No, the NASDAQ is not. Still have a long way to go. Okay, the ES finished 1,000 with right now it's 10:26. In 26 minutes, the ES finished 1,187, and the nightmare comes from the NASDAQ when you get closer to 1,000. Right now we are 825, and I don't know if you can see it. It's 825, and we still missing 175. And it always make a problem on the last 100. Always make a problem on the last 100. So you gotta be careful with it. You know, what the hell? Let's go ahead and reload it, and let's try one more round. That will be the third round for the ES today, and we can reload it. And now start is going to go to 0, 0, 0, and then now it is 0, 0, 0, and already taken a short trade. And now we still 805, nothing happened on the Nasdaq. Nothing happened on the Nasdaq yet. This one here, profit taken from target 2, and is going to drop most likely to this area here, 56.87. The market is going, now it is 10.28, and we are not that far from target 2, and most likely we're gonna get target 2, you know, and then that will be finished for today. Nasdaq is doing fine, and Nasdaq is gonna be climbing to target 3, final destination for the morning. And let me explain to you why it's final destination for the morning. Target 3 institutional number is 20,230, followed by tremendous resistance. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be in a trade when the market, because the market analyzer, different system. The market analyzer is predicting you should take a profit on 20,251. And here it is, the one we called for you, is this is the final destination. And if we look above that target, there is a triple resistance. There is a lot of resistance in there, and you don't want to deal with it on Friday. So you set your target to 20,254. We called that trade for you. And then you leave it alone. You leave it alone. You take a profit and you walk away. Most likely, now we got a new signal on the YM as well. For the ES, the market analyzer figure out the target is right in line at 57.16. If we look at this one here, the target 1, target 2, final destination for the ES, 57.14. He gave you 57, a couple ticks above. So this is a very realistic to stop trading once you hit those targets. You don't need to deal with the market right when you hit those targets. You need to cash in, walk away for the weekend. You know, and always, doesn't matter if you are auto trading. Like, isn't the auto trade supposed to know everything? Auto trade does not know everything. You know, if you don't know everything, how come your auto trade wants to? I mean, the auto trade, you cannot feed all those information to an auto trade. It's impossible to do this. I mean, today I saw by mistake somebody is trading. I don't know if you call it trading, but he have a chart open, and he run in a dormitory, and you can see his clothes behind his computer. I mean, and that kid is not even 22 years old. And seriously, I mean, I've been doing this now for 35 years. And here is a kid, 22 years old, trying to beat the market. Do you really think he's going to beat the market? You're running out of a dormitory somewhere, you know. And so I felt sorry for him. I really felt sorry for him. And probably he has zero education. And he's going live. And that... Vito is 59. Italian living in England. How this works, I don't know. Actually, I got an invitation, Vito. You are an Italian. I have a family in Padova, and some of them they are in Milan. Today they went to. Let me tell you, you have a nice leg. Call. They just send me the link, and they invite me to it. And you know, Napoleon Castle. Napoleon Castle is one of the biggest castle in Italy, and they're going to La Fortezza Napoleon Grande d'Italia. I don't know if I sound like rubbish, but they are going today to the Napoleon Castle, and also there is a lake next to it. They invited me to come. I said I'm not coming to Italy. Yes. They said it's the biggest castle in Italy. After this last bad experience in Italy, when we got mugged in the metro on the first day. On the first day, I got mugged. I lost my passport, my credit cards. They took everything, and they say go to the center police station. And I went in Rome, and I went to the center police station. You have a lot of gypsies, and Rome is not Italy, maybe, I don't know. But it was one guy, one fat guy. I think he's been eating pasta for all his life. And you come in and he hand you an application with an Italian language. In order for us to get this application for the insurance, we were waiting in line, and there is nothing but people from Holland, Germany, Denmark, Sweden. We all got mugged. And you have to sit in line in Rome, waiting. And here it is. You don't have money anymore to buy coffee. You don't have any money to take your children back to the hotel. And this is the worst nightmare I've had. And it was a Scandinavian family, and we were talking to, and they helped us actually, and they invited us for dinner, and then we trying to get home without passport. It was a nightmare. And this guy, it was one policeman in Rome, handing you over an application that the form. He don't speak any English, only Italian, and the other guy was busy. He was slapping around a guy from Morocco, Tunisia. I don't know what, but he was taking him to the other room and he was slapping him around. I don't know what, but that was the last time I was in Italy, and so. And the fun part, when on the second day, I mean, we gathered some money and everything. We're trying to make the best of it for the rest of the week. It was a bus, a tourist bus. They came out, and the tourist bus is taking them to the same place where we were. And they were all coming out with a PJ and with hardly any clothes on. And the whole hotel, when they were on the trip the day before, it must be a small hotel or something. All of them, they lost all their suitcases. They were mugged. The whole hotel was mugged. And they were continuing the tour with a PJ and a flip-flop. I mean... the whole bus with a flip-flop and the house shoes, and yeah. But But that was many years ago. Now, you know, I have not been in Italy, so they were inviting me. I said, I'm not going to Italy right now, you know, and so, oh, okay, go back to trading. Um, we have, you need to hold, yeah. Um, they sent me a couple weeks ago some kind of special salami, and anyway, let's go back to trading. We have a sell order, a signal coming on the Nasdaq. If you notice here, we're still on the 1 minute, and we have on the Nasdaq, on the ES, 1 minute. So when you see this, you need to keep your eye on it. If it's gonna go ahead and extend to the 3 minutes and 5 minutes, and if we notice here, the buyers and the sellers all with a 6 different time frame. I'm sorry. Now they are almost equal. Now they are almost equal. So you have to be careful with your trade. We still have a re-entry on the 56.90. As long as this ES above the 56.90, we are okay. And the Nasdaq just crossed that line. Once the Nasdaq crossed this line, that means the trades are over for a long trade. You have to be careful with the Nasdaq right now. Start crossing this line. So let's see if it's, and look at this. Now you start getting the 3 minutes in red, and you're gonna get another one, and the buyers over the sellers. So start getting risky. Despite the bars are moving, we are on a risk trade. Even when your auto trade is taking long and making money, you are on a long risk here. You have to be very careful with with this market sometimes. Now it is 10:39. There is some kind of news came out. I don't know what happened, but let's see what happened. You know, sometimes they lower us to jump on the market where maybe it's not really, there is nothing there. I don't know if there is some kind of news came out, because I don't have anything on my chart says there is some important news. But let's look here. If this, you see, start dropping. Let's see. You see, it was fake movement. You see, it was fake movement. And that's what happened. We are on the third round on the ES, and the auto trade figured it out and took a short trade. Lovely. And this is the third round on the ES 5 range, and here it is. He took the reversal and done. So this is the third round on the ES 5 range, and we got 537, and we're not that far from the $1,000 anymore. This is really amazing. For the new auto trade, we had like $700, and but now we are down to 625 based on one contract. So we are down a little bit $75. And I took a long trade, and I don't think so this one is gonna make it, because this is the re-entry point right there where the auto trade take it. But if we look at the market, it's not inviting for a long trade. You have to be careful. So this one most likely is gonna get slapped. And let's see. The market start getting weaker. This means your boat is sinking. And now there is short. It's finished. Short. Let's see if the bar is going to close. That trade on the ES is gonna be a losing trade. If you feel like when your auto trade is going to have a losing trade, you can close it from the top. And we already did this for the new auto trade. Also, we added the button, and you can take long only, short only, or you can close position immediately if you think you're gonna get in trouble with that trade. Well, the auto trade looked like it took that trade and it worked for him. But there is no long trade, because if we look here, the buyers are equal to the seller, and this is weakness. So that trade here is not gonna go anywhere, and most likely is going to be a losing trade. In those conditions, you can, when you see the market is almost even to your number, you can close the trade and halt the trade if you don't feel like you are in the right direction with the market. At this moment, that ES trade is not in the right direction. The market is sinking. That's it. Well, he made it. It's amazing. He made it. But it's not going to last that trade for long. Here it is. It's gonna hit it. It's amazing. As we see the market now start readjusting again, and if you see it's blinking here, that means there is a lot of buyers coming in, and now we have a little extension on the buy power, and it seems like the market recovering from the drop below that line 56.91. It recovered amazingly, because if you look at this dots, that means there is people putting orders long. So we will see where it's gonna go. The ES is amazing. It's trying to recover, and now we are 637 on that trade. The markets start getting harder to predict. You have to be careful. In a way, it's sideways. It's a sideways. Be careful. I forgot the Nasdaq. Okay, we go for a third round. I forgot the Nasdaq. Taking a long trade. Wow. Perfect reversal. Perfect reversal. Once you break even, you should be relaxed. Once you break even, you should be relaxed. It's not costing you anything. You are on a free flight. Once you break even, you just relax and kick back and let it do its work. It's finished. As we see, the ES is struggling on that trade and is losing ground. If we notice here, after we hit the institutional number, was not able to go above that. And what time is it? It's 10:51. There is no more chance for the ES to hit the target 2. Is going to be down the hill, most likely. So we see what happened in here. We still have 10 minutes. The Nasdaq losing ground, ES losing ground again. The market is really, really nasty to activate a new trade. If you are in a trade, that's fine, but the market is now getting nasty. So my advice to you, if you are on a profit, close everything, protect your profit. The market is unpredictable. It is really unpredictable, the market at this moment. It's not a good sign. If you notice on the ES, from 10:26 until now, we are not trending. Look, it's very simple to see. If you can see the market not trending really, is sitting on the same area here and got stuck in that channel and it's not moving, and that is not good. And the same story on the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is not trending from 1032, has not been trending. It's one straight line. That indicates you need to be stopping immediately, because there is no long, there is no short anymore. There is mixed signal on the left upper corner here. There is a mixed signal and a lot of red. I don't want to go in details, but there is a lot of red. The buyers again start sinking again, and the ES starts sinking. So this is the beginning of an end for a long trade. And at the same time, you do not have confirmation for short. We always need to confirm. The best method in the last 35 years, the best method, identify trend, pullback, re-entry. This will stay with you forever. Identify trend, confirm a trend. If you don't confirm a trend, then you have a problem. As we see right now, the auto trade's taking long, and I'm not into, I don't agree with the auto trade to take a long trades at this moment, because there are weakness in the market, there is trouble in the market, and this trend is not going to go anywhere. There is a lot of red, and the buyers and the sellers not helping. So when you are, or if you have an auto trade or different auto trade, it's taking a long trade, you are in a very higher risk. Very, very good question, Adil. You keep your eye on your instruments. You keep your eye on the buyers over the sellers, and you keep your eye on those here, and you keep your eye on the ES. They have to be not only market analyzer, not only market analyzer. The market analyzer, the only time you can close your eye and auto trade and long trades when you have the ES, Nasdaq, YM, all three signals positive. All three signals positive. As you see, the YM is not in sequence with the ES and Nasdaq. This is one thing. Another thing also, we need to confirm the 30-year Treasury bond is on the opposite direction, which it is. Then you drop down here. We need to see the market analyzer for the chart from 1 to 30 minutes and 1 to 30 minutes all in the green, and this one here all in the green, and there is no fib line holding your trades. So as an example, when you are taking that trade here, and it is a long trade, this is a very, very high risk trade, because the market yet is not fully, how to say, it's not, the buyers are equal to the sellers. You still have red in the market. So the market is going around spending. It's not trending. It's not trending. And this is not good. It's not. This is not good. So when you are taking a trade on any type of an auto trade, whether from our auto trade or somebody else auto trade, when you take a trade and you stay on idle, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, get rid of that trade immediately. You should not, any type of an auto trade, when you're taking a trade, when the trade is not going directly to your direction, I mean, it's okay for a few seconds to go back and forth, but when you are in a position and any kind of auto trade, taking a trade, and it's going to plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, and this is the biggest mistake. Get rid of this trade as soon as possible. Because when you are on that trade for more than 30 seconds, and you have an opening position for more than 30 seconds, a lot of things has changed in the 30 seconds. So most likely, the odds are against you. Most likely, most of the time, the odds are against you. When you see the auto trade taking the trade and taking off with it, good. But when you stay on idle, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, close it, go for a cup of coffee for 10 minutes, come back, and until the market find direction. If the market cannot make direction, if the market cannot find a direction, you cannot predict the market. If the market has no direction, why you are so sure you can find a direction in the market? If the market cannot find direction. So always, always, always. Also, there is one thing, simple thing. If we look here, if we look from 10:32 till now, we are on one line. From here, 10:32 until now, we are on one line. You see that? This is not good. It does mean the market cannot find direction, and you cannot predict the market when the market cannot find a way. So now it is 10:59. The market decided to go up. That's fine. Now the ES is going to take, let's see if he's going to, now we are 762. Let's see from the target one, profit taken on target one, is he going to take long? Or to go for short? Most likely he's going for long. Can you see how this market going back and forth? And then let's say you want to take a trade long. There's one thing, you should not panic. Oh God, I'm gonna miss a trend. Don't do that. Because also you have a problem ahead of you right there. You have a resistance and you have a double resistance on the ES, and that can cause a problem. Can cause a problem. So you have to be careful because if the ES not able to break this one and you are auto trading Nasdaq, okay, and here we have a trade on the Nasdaq is 645, and if we want to maintain a profit, then you need to keep your eye on that level here. If we are able to cross it, if we're not able to cross it, it's gonna drag the Nasdaq down with him. So this is a really critical area between $700 to 1,000, or you're gonna go back to $300. So if we are keeping our eye on this ES, the auto trade has nothing to do with it anymore. What it is if this ES crossing that line, you're on $1,000 trade. If the ES not and going back, you're on a $300 trade. You see? So has nothing to do with your auto trade anymore. And here it is. You see? Because the ES, because you hear people, I only trade Nasdaq, I don't need to look at the ES. Wrong. You always, always, always have to put the 1 minute, no Renko bar, no Kinky bar, no banana bar, none of those. You can auto trade any kind of time frame you want. Renko, range, stakes, you can do whatever you want. But to evaluate the market is only 1 minute, because you are a day trader, you're not an institutional. And this one here is 787. And so if we you see, so your Nasdaq trade didn't make that money because not because of your auto trade, and only made $300-400. It's not because your auto trade, is because the ES dragged the Nasdaq with him. Simple as that. So always keep your eye on the levels. At the same time, keep your eye on the left upper corner and match the Nasdaq with the ES. Always match the ES with the Nasdaq. Always. Because they have to be in sequence. When they are not in sequence, there is no auto trade is going to save you for that day. When I know now Nasdaq is a different personality than the ES, but when there is a important level, they wait on each other. And when one of them cannot maintain above that level, is dragging the other one with him. So whether you are auto trading ES or Nasdaq, you always have to have the 1 minute and the 1 minute. Those are your signal for the market. You know, what I have seen horror on some, I don't want to call this app, but I have seen some horror traders trying to get famous on certain apps, and they are a big mess. They are a big mess, and they are very basic, very poor traders. Very basic, you know. They put in a couple levels, and they're not looking at the market momentum. They're not looking at anything, you know, and they are trading the gold, they are trading the Bitcoin, they are trading, but they're not doing any well. They're not doing any good. There is one German guy, because I get up to trade the DAX, I see him, and he tried to go live, and he got whacked €700 on the DAX the first day. Then the second day he went on the gold. He lost €700-800, and then he went on something else. And so after 1 week he disappeared, and he closed his channel because he got humiliated, you know, because he cannot predict the market. I was laughing. I was watching him, and I kept, you know, and he's 100% German, and this is unusual to see German and disciplined in a trader. So Germans are disciplined. They will not do anything if they don't have the proper education. And that guy, he was somewhere black sheep of the family, because the culture, the Germans are, you know, they're not that type, you know. So anyway, as we see right now, we are on a full throttle here. Everything is in the green. Everything is in the green, and still no problem. Thank you, sir. And now, you know, like you see, everything showing that the market is going well, you know, and we have an auto trade going to our direction. I mean, everything is well, but it's not, because if we look, we have triple resistance here. That is a problem. When you have a double resistance or a double support, the market will stop. Only if there is some kind of news on the television, and then there is no level is going to hold either direction. But on a normal day, when there is no news, when you see double resistance or triple resistance, absolutely this market going to hold on those levels. Absolutely. So if we look at this ES, the ES has a 3 level. We have a thick wall in here. Let's simplify it. We have a thick wall. And you are auto trader in NASDAQ and you have $17,000 on the NASDAQ. What anything can go wrong. Here it is. If this auto trade has nothing to do, if the ES come into this level here, you are the guy who has to maximize your profit, not your auto trade anymore. The NASDAQ is not going to climb to target 3 anymore right now. Now it's 11 o'clock and didn't hit the second target because of the ES. You have 3 thick walls is going to prevent the ES to go higher than those levels, and that is going to impact your NASDAQ trade. If you are taking long trade from here, it's not going to reach the institutional target 20,230. It's not going to hit it. It's not. And if you notice, now it's taking a short. The ES was taken along and didn't make it. It didn't make it. And now it's taking a short. And most likely the short is not going to make it. Because if we look at this market, look at this. It's one straight line. One straight line. You don't have a short. You do not have short because look. The green is over the red. You don't have a short, but you don't have long. And this is 95% of traders, they are auto trading, they fall into this trap. And now if we notice here, if you look at your chart, Adil, you can see the chart is blinking here red. There is people pushing this market down. We don't need to fuzzle, just a corner of your eye and keep your eye on the bar. We know there is some people trying to push this market down. They might fail and they might succeed. So you keep your eye on the bar. If he's going below the 59, below the 56.90, or it's going to stay hold despite the sellers trying to push the market down. You see, there is some large orders coming to push the ES down. Look, look at the below those bars. You have stars. When there is a stars indicating keep going below the bars. If you notice here, you have a star is in red. You have a star in red. It's no longer in the green. You see? You have a sellers. You have the 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I'm sorry, is in red, and now is dragging the NASDAQ with him. It's dragging, and the market is not tradable because it's not strong enough to go down and it's not strong enough to go up. The market is sideways. So when you are taking right now any trade, whether you are taking long or short, it's going to be plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. As you see here on this ES auto trade, 1 minute he is a plus, 1 minute he is minus, 1 minute he is plus, 1 minute is minus. And here is the secret. Any kind of auto trade, and you have a position open, and it's not going anywhere, get rid of it as soon as possible. An auto trade should take a trade and keep going with the trade. But when the trades stay like this, the longer you stay in on that trade, the odds are against you. The odds are against you. And now you can see it's going between long. He took the long trade. He didn't make money right there. He took a long trade. It didn't make money. He went and reversed the market. And we are waiting to see. And is any short? No, there is no short, because what it is, the ES is gonna hold at this area right now as we speak. It's gonna hold at 56.94, 56.94, and this is the final one, 56.91, where we can take a short when the market or the bar close below that line here. And if the bar close below that line, so that means you go on a full throttle with short. So now as you see here, this ES 5 range is a very small one. It's not going anywhere. It's staying where it is. And it's gonna come and drop, make a little money maybe, to come to this area here. But this is it. That's the limitation of that trade. By the time he breaks even and the market pull back, you probably make $10 out of that trade. Or you have another option, you can close it here. And that can make me nervous when you take a trade and it doesn't go your direction. And as you see, 1 minute you have $100, and now you don't have anything, and now it's going backward. Remember, the longer you stay on that position and the auto trade is not going a plus and minus, get rid of that trade immediately. And then what you do, you halt your trade for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then you reactivate it. Now, if there is somebody cute and say, well, I don't have time. Well, you have time, you want the money, but you don't have time. Well, it doesn't work this way with the trading. Well, you don't have time, but you want the money. Well, you cannot have both. You either have time to make money or you don't need to trade. Now, there is something else you can do with this auto trade. You can leave it on overnight. They work fine overnight. But if you really want to be consistent, you need to keep your eye on it. Because like this trade, why I need to lose $100? Why? Because I don't have time? Okay, why you don't have time? This is maybe, it's going to be a couple $100, $200, and look what happened. Now start going against you. Now it is 11:15, and finally the market got a different direction, and still I will not trust this market yet. I don't. The Nasdaq got recovered. The Nasdaq recovered. You can see. Look at the ES. Has not fully recovered yet. You see? Has not fully recovered. But the Nasdaq has recovered. And those two work together. Those two work together. We need to see the ES going parallel with the Nasdaq and the same movement. And let's look. You still have the 3 minutes and the 5 minutes in red. And that can slow down the trend. So let's see, it is like a little fight. Today is a Friday. Usually institutional numbers should hit around 11 o'clock. We did the target 1 and target 2. And let's see if they're going to hit the target 3, plus minus 10 minutes. So, as you see, the longer you stayed on the ES, the more it goes. We have $812 in the profit. This is the third round on the ES today. This is the third round. Hit the first 1,000, hit the second time 1,000, and this is the third round. And stayed too long in that trade. If I closed it immediately, and after 30 seconds, if this trade is not good, close it. If I closed it, most likely would have took a long trade from the support area somewhere around 56.93. So right now we still have one red dot in there, and look what happened. The ES is going down and is dragging the Nasdaq down with him. And it's not short. It's a pullback re-entry. It's not short. There is no short. You know, it's different than those people auto trading momentums and ATRs. That's a total different. This is a pullback re-entry. This is a pullback re-entry. Let me see if no, none of them is open position. But this is a pullback re-entry. It's not short. And you can see what happened, Adele. People rushed to buy. People rushed to buy. They thought the market recovered, and here it is. The market starts sinking back and knock out every, I mean, it's very obvious, every guy is auto trading ES, probably he have from 5 to 10 ticks stop loss. And what happened now, by the time he went long, now he stopped out, he lost money. So it's very important to know when there is a fake movement in the market. And what's happening right now, the Nasdaq is completely recovered, but the ES dragged the Nasdaq with him. So now what is the next story here? The re-entry on the Nasdaq, it is 20160. Right there, where is my crosser? Put it on your chart. This is the re-entry for the Nasdaq. Let's watch it, which we already crossed now is 1120. But let's go ahead and watch it. This is the re-entry. And the re-entry on the ES, the first re-entry is right there as we speak, 56.95. And if we break that one, the second re-entry is 56.91. So I'm going to keep my crosser right there, and you can see how this market is going to rebound from that line. Watch it. Trading is an art. Trading is an art. If you don't love trading, you just want to use it as a dishwasher machine, or if you want to use it as an ATM machine and you want to skip the knowledge, your chances are zero. Your chances are zero. You know, you're not going to buy something on a stupid app and make you rich. Look where I told you the crosser, and look where the wick came in exactly where we predicted. And this is the re-entry. And now we keep our eye on the ES and this one here. You see, this is your re-entry point, and let's see if it's the Nasdaq able to break that number. It looked like this guy finished the 1,000. If the ES go below that number 56.90, all your trade long are finished. We are 950 on the third round on the ES. We're still missing $50 for the third round. And let's see if this ES able to break that 56.91. And look what happened on the ES. Did not take long, took a short. I don't know if you can see this on the YouTube, but I don't know if you can see where is the wick on the YouTube. It's right at the 56.91. Can you see where is the wick? Right on the line. Now it's trying to break it if he can. You can see where he stuck, the ES. Can you see where the ES is stuck? On that line. Look. It's trying to penetrate that number. It's trying again. It's having a problem here. It's exactly what I explained to you before. It's like you're trying to knock a door down. You kick it the first time, it's not going to work. You kick it the second time, the third time, until it gets weaker. And what he's doing here is trying to break that door, but was not strong enough to break it. And you can see where this auto trade taking a long trade. Doesn't matter about the auto trade as long as we know what the hell is going on, you know. And so look, so whoever is trading ATRs and momentum and all this MACDs and everything, and I don't know why my computer is slow today. Whoever took a long here, the market took the other direction and he lost. When he took a short, the market went up, he lost. And then when he took long, the market dropped, he lost. So if you want to calculate it, this area here, how many people lost money, whether you are auto trading or manual trading, how many people lost money in here? A lot. A lot of people lost money in this area. So as you see, the ES is trying to break that one very hard, trying to break. Look. If the bar closed below that line, we are okay. Now we are short. If the bar was not able to close below that line, that means there is a good potential to go back up again. The Nasdaq lost it. It's finished. It's short. We need the ES. And look, he had a problem breaking that line. Finally he did. We need to confirm it by see this bar closing below that number. And if he did, that means all the long trades are finished and now is only short. Let's see what happened. There is a lot of support areas in here. Let's see if he's able to continue. The Nasdaq is finished, it's sinking, it's finished, it's short. And if you notice, on the Nasdaq, the buyers are equal to the sellers, the market analyzer indicating you have a leak and the water come into your boat, you're sinking short. And the ES, this is the last bumper for him, 56.86. This is the last bumper. This is the last nail in the coffin for the long trade. It's finished. Let's see what happened. Here, we were missing only $50 to close 1,000. and one mistake, and now we gotta see what happened on this one. This is the third round for that auto trade. This is the third round. He made the first one little over 1,000, the second time little over 1,000, and now we couldn't close the third round another 1,000 because of this maneuver doing in the future trading. So let's keep our eye on it. Is it going to recover? But anyway, you cannot take long anymore. You cannot take long anymore. It's finished. There is no trade. It's finished. You cannot take long trade and you cannot take short trades. And now it is 11:28. It's 28 minutes past our webinar, and there is nothing anymore. And the market is just, if we look at the market is just straight out and is stuck in those channels. You have a lot of red. You have a lot of red. The higher time frame still in the green. The higher time frame still in the green. This one is a 15 minutes, still in the green. And then this one here, you have to close it. It's finished. And then this one here is done. What you do, close position. We close position. We had 11,885 close position. There's no more long trade. It's finished, and now it's going down the hill. And you can see very soon you're gonna have the market analyzer firing short trades, and there is no more long trades, and there is no more. And if you notice the market analyzer on the chart, the sellers over the buyers, and where's my cursor? If we look, the sellers over the buyers, and look at the market analyzer, it's like breaking like a dominoes to the red, and he broke major area, and there is only short. It's finished. Is finished. It's only short. So where we decide to close the trade, it was a perfect timing to close, and it is 11,888 because he had a losing trade before, so we didn't get the full. On that auto trade, we still missing $50, and let's see if it's gonna happen. Be careful, you don't have long trade. You do not have long trade. So what we are missing $50. And we're gonna say close, and we have, we have one here. I didn't see that. Okay, we have $937 on it. I finish it, and be careful. You don't have a long trade. You do not have a long trade. Look, they invite you to go long, and then they drop the market. You do not have long trade. Always keep your eyes on the side of the market, on the left upper, to see what's going on. If it's in the clear, red or green, and then measure it with your NASDAQ, and you will have a very good decision where you need to go. You have a very good decision where to go. So as you see, when the markets start going up, everybody jump on the long trade, and there is no long trade. When everybody activate a long trade on their auto trades, the market's sinking again and knocking everyone out. whether you're on your NASDAQ is 25 ticks, 30 ticks, 50 ticks, whatever it is. An average trader, retailer, 10 ticks on ES, maybe max 20 ticks. On the NASDAQ from 25 ticks to 50 ticks. On the CL from 10 to 20 ticks. This is a very common, their stop loss is very common. And it's known well what they are trading. It's very known well what they are trading. What they are trading is something came out 20, 30 years ago, and it's been retweaked, the same indicator, and given it a new interface, but it is the same indicators. There is nothing new. And whether it is a MACD or ATR or whatever it is. So right now, when you see this market is lifting and going up, don't get excited. There is nothing supporting this market to go long. There is nothing. If we look at the buyers and sellers with the 6 different time frame is equal. Your market analyzer looked like a Christmas tree. Half of it red and the other half is green. We don't need to go through details. And the same story, actually we have one little bit, the sellers over the buyers, and your market analyzer is like a Christmas tree. Half of it red, half of it green. What does that mean in a plain English? Get the hell out and don't trade. Whether you are a manual trader, auto trader, don't do anything. You need to stop. One thing you have to understand, you cannot auto trade day and night. You cannot sit on a poker game day and night. You always have to be consistent, get your profit, try to estimate where you need to take your profit, and get the hell out as soon as possible. This is the best decision you'll ever make. You know, when everyone is trying to go long and they got excited, our auto trade went short. We have 937 and he went short when everybody going long. And you do not have long. You do not. Even if this bar, this NASDAQ is coming to tangle with the 20,170. It's not strong enough to break it. And the market is going to keep sinking and there is nothing to trade. The most important for any guy is auto trading. Understand when he jump in the rain with the gorilla and when he needs to run. And he will say, this is not my game. You cannot just sit down and drink coffee and not looking at the chart and say, well, the auto trade has to figure it out. You cannot do that. Until now, if we look at this market, I will not buy any long trades. I will not. It's not in sequence, and there is weakness in that trend. There is a lot of weakness, and then you have the institutional numbers now telling you the trend is down, and and this one here is saying the trend is up. There is nothing in line with each other, and there is a weakness in the trend. So I will not go long and I will not go short. I will go for a hamburger, yes, but I will not trade anything in here anymore. Maybe after lunch, the market get in sequence again, and then and then it's okay to start looking at the market. But right now, this market is really nasty. It's really nasty to trade. And we are coming to the 20,017. I'm not sure we are able to break it. And then on number one, on the ES, we're going again to number one institutional number, and look, start sinking again. This is a very, very unpredictable market, extremely unpredictable market, and don't think you are clever enough to find direction for this market. So now it's sinking again. You can see how when you're trying to concentrate and trying to figure out what's going on in the market, you can see you drain out after a couple hours. And it is very healthy to stop trading, stop looking at the chart, take a break, wash your car, do something, and then you need to take off a little time from your charts and your auto trade and come back after 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and probably you will have a clear mind. The psychology behind the trading is much more important than auto trade. The psychology behind trading, it is the key to kick all the negative people around you out. Don't be too much following people on social media. Try to use your instinct, discipline, and try to don't get confused. Don't get confused. Stay focused on what you have on your computer, and try not to overwhelm yourself with information. Try to stay on a technical level. That's why the future trading is more successful than the crypto, because it's technical. That's why you see millions of traders trying to go on Forex and crypto day trading, and they fell. Millions of traders fell because they don't understand the basic. You cannot do fundamental and technical. The future trading is only technical, not fundamental. Anyone can put anything on any app and try to steer a rumor on the ES. It's not going to impact the ES. It's technical. The Forex, you have to use 240 minutes and try to have an average price. You cannot day trade Forex, and you cannot day trade crypto. You cannot do that because it's not only technical, there is also rumors in there can have impact on you are trading, you're taking a position, and you turn around, everything goes turn around. And this is what really the most laughable, when you see people trying to explain technical trades on Bitcoin. It doesn't work. And if you follow anyone on a Bitcoin trade, you see they fell a day in and a day out, a day in and a day out. They try to use pattern. They try to use couple zone. Some people try to use only fibs, but they don't understand the game, that when you mix technical with fundamental, you are a dead meat. As an individual trader, you are a dead meat. Only if you know what you are doing and try to get average price, and you cannot do the day trading on a crypto. You cannot do the day trading. There is on the last 2 weeks, I know personally a lot of people in Texas. They had position on the short in the Bitcoin for over $1 million, and they lost it with the stop loss, and they lost everything. They lost all their capital. And when we're talking about a guy have over $1 million in a trade, can gives you the magnitude what kind of person he is. He has a butler in the house with $5,000 salary, and he got whacked, and he was stopped out, which his stop loss was huge. His stop loss was a huge. He short out the Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin went the opposite direction. He lost over $1 million on a trade. And that's what it is about crypto day trading. or Forex, you always have to do average price. You keep buying little at a time, and then when you see the price is right, you start unloading. With the future trading, you take it day by day, technical. You do a couple hours in the morning, you finish, profit, non-profit, you finish, you go enjoy your lunch, you come back, you're trying to see if there's any opportunity, and then you take a couple of trades, and then around the 3 o'clock you cash in, and you close your computer and you sleep in peace. You don't owe anybody money, you don't overmerge yourself, you don't, it's much more peaceful to trade the future than to trade the crypto or Forex on a daily basis. Now, talking about this, look, if we notice the ES stayed on the target one all morning, institutional number, he stayed on that target one all morning. Now the market recovered again, is on a full screen, but what is holding the NASDAQ is your ES. And look, the ES from the target one is hanging in there and is waiting. But now it is about time for this market to get picked up again. And that will be nice. Now it is a total different. If you notice, the buyers came in, they become over the sellers. The market analyzer, they are fully green. We have a small dot red on the 15 minutes. Just the one is fine, is okay. The buyers over the sellers, the higher time frame, this is the higher time frame, is in the green. The higher time frame is in the green. The institutional target direction is uptrend, and the institutional target is uptrend. Now the market is in sequence. Now the market is in sequence. Once the market is in sequence, you have much more potential to make money when the NASDAQ and ES going against each other. So right now, they start lining up, and now it's about to take off again. We thought we finished and we're going to short, but then the market recovered, and now we are taking off again to the long trade. And before I leave, you need to make sure on the ES, we cross the 5702. 5702. The bar has to close above that line, and then you can go on a full throttle long. I will not jump in on a trade with the ES until this ES crossed the 5702. The NASDAQ recovered, is finished. But now we need to keep our eye on the ES to cross the 5702. I'll stay a couple more minutes. If the ES did not cross the 5702, it's gonna make your trade on the NASDAQ go down. So watch the market. Watch the market, please. Today we exceeded our webinar 46 minutes. You can see where is the wick. I don't know if you can see it on YouTube, but you can see where is the wick right there. You see it? I don't know if you can see the wick, and now it dropped. And because this one is dropped, look at the NASDAQ trade. Starts shrinking again. Can you see this, Adil? Okay, so folks, we need to call it off. I'm getting hungry. Wish you a pleasant weekend, and thank you very much. And we will update you about the new Autotrade release when it's going to be. Bye for now.